Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 24th edition of Late Night Sauce. My name is Mario. I'm here with Noah, and tonight has been the long-awaited podcast that everyone's been dying to hear. We have Rob Davis, musician extraordinaire from the Rob Davis Duo, and he's been... how long have you been playing at the Trap for? About a year now, right?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. And
the first day was September.
Was it September?
August? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's almost a year now. So, we get him in here, as often as we can, and the fans love him. And we finally got a chance to get him in the studio here at the Safe House late night. And we're going to, we're just going to shoot off the top from the hip. What are we going to do, Noah? We're going to shoot from the hip tonight?
Yeah, we always shoot from the hip.
We have the Kettle One. The Kettle One's going to dictate us. Well, Kettle One is the unofficial sponsor of Late Night Sauce. Still waiting to hear back from you, Kettle One. Feel free to send a royalty check. Or
we also have Jameson here tonight, too, so maybe we can...
We do have Jameson tonight. I did forget to mention
now there's a little bit of a competition.
Well, we did have an offer to get sponsored by Tequila Patron. Patron wanted to sponsor us, but that podcast might not last the whole 45 minutes to an hour. We might be lucky to make it 15 minutes.
That's 12 minutes easy.
We cannot do a podcast with tequila. I don't do well with it. But
12 minutes of brutal honesty, maybe some crying. It'll be fine.
The crying will be the better. The crying will be like the easiest part.
Well, Late Night Sauce also too. Like, there's no video here because that's where the real fun could happen. On
we're hoping once we get the Kettle One sponsorship,
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. We have a few leads on some other sponsors, but we're really hoping Kettle One does it. And season 3, we're hoping get the video going because people are demanding the video right now.
Are we in season 2, or are we technically still season 1?
Technically, we're still season 1 because we lost 8 episows of season 1. So technically, we're season 1. But I mean, we'll do a short season 1, jump into season 2 for the summer, and then bam, hopefully by the fall hits, we can do season 3. But
easy.
So do you want me to?
Tell us a little about yourself. When did you get started playing music?
Well,
at what age?
I'm gonna leapfrog your first question.
Here we go.
Do you guys want a juicy story about how I got the gig at the Trap?
Okay.
Just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
I'm not holding back.
The pot and cooking it up.
Yeah.
Right here we go.
Let's get it going. All right. Just for the listeners who are out there, I do apologize in advance. I tend to have a colorful vocabulary, but I will do my best to keep this as PG-13, because even the PG-13 gets one F-bomb. But I'll do my best here.
Right. It's a bar podcast.
So I've been playing music. To answer your second question, I have been playing live music since I was 15 years old. I am 27, turning 28.
Okay.
So it's been a good little run here. But I have been trying to get a gig at the Trap since I was like 19.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And after many failed attempts, back when I was like on the very end of the tail end of having to burn my own demo CDs and drop them off at bars.
Oh, wow.
Because I still did that. And my favorite thing, you'd walk in, you go up to the bartender, and I didn't look like a kid, but I didn't look 21. And I'd walk in, and they'd be like, "What can we do for you?" And I just handed my demo CD. Oh, I was told to come by and hand this to the manager. I play music, and I had a band at the time, and I was doing the solo thing sometimes. And I had tried to get a gig at the Trap. For some reason, it just never quite worked out. Even had a friend from high school who used to manage here. Just never shook out. And then finally, I'm on Block Island playing a gig, 4th of July.
Okay.
Now there it is.
Now,
Block Island.
this is where the story gets juicy.
The one day we're off.
This is where the story... Oh, trust me, I know. And I happened to meet your fearless leader, Steve, that afternoon.
It's going to be good.
All right. I took the 4th of July off last year. We won't get into my personal life just yet.
Okay.
When you get the tequila sponsorship, we'll get into my personal life.
We can do that.
Sounds great.
Sounds great. But needless to say, I was a bit of a loose cannon on the 4th of July last year. And I was in the 4th of July parade on Block Island.
Were you, like, part of the parade, or you just decided to join it on your own?
Little of both.
Okay. All
right.
So, Captain Nick's is, like, my home base out there. We'll get into that, too. Don't worry. But Captain Nick's Rock and Roll Bar on Block Island is where I do most of my residency work for the summertime.
Okay.
And I've been out there for a while now. This is my 10th year coming up this summer.
That's impressive.
And I said, I had a day job at the time and said, I can't be in the parade. I can't play the 4th. It was a Monday this year, which is stupid. And I'm like, I can't be there. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to be there, Saturday, Sunday, but I'm going to miss the parade. Long story short, and quitting my job later, decided to show up on the 4th. I made sure I was there. Hopped on the float for the Captain Nick's parade because everybody out there every business makes their own float. If you've never done the Block Island Parade on 4th of July, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's a sight to see. It's insane.
I'll have to pencil it in.
At 9 a.m. though, the adult beverages start getting broken out. Like a tailgate. Think of a moving tailgate is basically how this turned out.
It's a holiday.
I cannot disclose how many adult beverages I had, but it was a couple. And I got back to Captain Nick's after the parade, fresh off the float. And I walked into the bar and I said, "Oh, who'd you guys wind up getting for the daytime musician?" And they said, "Oh, we never got anybody because you weren't available." And I'm like, "Cool." And I went in the back room, I grabbed the speakers, and I set up all the little
boozed up.
Yeah,
loose as a goose.
Loosest, warmed up. We were warmed up. I then proceeded to play a 6-hour gig.
Oh my god!
Non-stop. We had breaks in between.
I took a break. I took a dinner break.
One break.
I think
one break.
I might have took a pee break.
I mean, you got it.
But that doesn't count.
I mean, a dinner break. That's obviously for 6 hours. You need to
and the first 3 hours, I really didn't have anybody there except Mr. Steve himself.
Steve Leone.
Steve, his absolute angel of a girlfriend, Aaron.
They're the only ones in the bar.
They were sitting outside.
Okay.
There was maybe 3 other people there.
Okay.
And he comes up to me when I take my dinner break, and he's like, "Dude, you're hilarious. I gotta have you at the Trap." Now, mind you, again, a little warmed up, a little enthusiastic, a little hyper, a little happy. I've been trying to get a damn gig there for 9 years. And I'm like, I want to play there. And he's like, "Cool, man, we'll have you there." And I'm like, "However, are you sure you don't want to hear me when I'm a little more on the sober side?" Because I was playing all the safe songs. Like, I have my iPad or your cell phone with your lyrics and your chords on it. A lot of people do. For the songs that you don't always play all the time. I was playing the songs I could play with my eyes closed left-handed. Like, just get through, play the music, have some laughs.
So you got 2 different playlists, the sober and the drunk list.
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's awesome.
Most musicians do, and I won't throw anybody under the bus. But, you got your autopilot set list, as I like to call it. But, yep, that's where I met Steve. That's how I got the gig here.
4th of July, and he started playing here in the fall. Look at that.
Yep.
That is.
And
it's weird how that happens sometimes.
I play here sober. Thank you very much.
I did notice that.
I am respectful.
Yep.
Professional as I can be. However, when you're in a bathing suit, half in the bag on 4th of July on Block Island, there's a little bit more leadway. But that's the story.
Yeah.
That's juicy.
Wow, wait.
But yeah, going on.
So you're going on
over 10 years. Yeah.
14 years playing? No, how old are you? You said 15?
Yeah, I'm 27.
So 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
And my first official paid gig was a backyard graduation party, and then after that was Fitzpatrick's in Cranston.
Fitzpatrick's in Cranston,
wow.
Yeah.
Good old
Park Ave.
Shout out to Pat Harrington, gave me a shot. My dad had to convince him to let me play because I wasn't old enough to be there. But I started out hanging out at open mics over there, and I was 15 though. I was playing bass in a blues band. They asked me if I knew how to play bass. I told them I owned one, and I'd take the shot. I went home. I learned all the music in a week, and then
you taught yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know how to play bass. I had a bass though,
you taught yourself
and I lied to them. And then they had another guy trying out for that same band, who was in his 60s, who didn't learn the songs, so they had to choose me because I went home and learned the songs. But I couldn't play bass besides those songs.
What was the name of that blues band?
Bad Luck and Trouble.
Bad Luck and
It was
Trouble.
a bunch of Cranston and Warwick firemen and EMT guys.
Okay.
And that was cool. It was introduction to some older music and some stuff I didn't know. And
so what's your genre of music you prefer to play? Because, I mean, you learned blues because you wanted to get your foot in the door. And
I like playing blues. It is my foundation. I play a lot more on the rock and roll stuff. However, in the recent, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years, the country influence has really started to come out. But that's what
everybody comes out to see nowadays, unfortunately.
But that's where the world's going, and I always liked country music. I just didn't play it as much because no one wanted to hear the stuff I liked. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But as more country, and now Nashville is like the greatest place to go on vacation and a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
I've dipped my toe a little deeper into that water, and I'm not saying I'm getting called a country guy because I don't affiliate myself as one, but they keep calling me to play country music, so I'm running.
That's what everybody wants to see live.
I'm running with it. We're going for gold.
That's the route that the world's going.
That's what's paying.
Yeah, it's paying all right.
So in a perfect world, what would you say would be your perfect genre of music that you would be able to play all the time and I have to mix? So in other words, you can say, hey, I'm only doing one kind of music, that's it. Where would it be?
I'd be in a Grateful Dead tribute band the rest of my life.
Grateful Dead tribute
I'm a
band.
diehard
Really?
Deadhead. Not a lot of people know that. I'm also a closet Fish fan, but now I guess the cat's out of the bag. I'd be in a jam band all day long because I do play. You never heard me play electric guitar.
No.
I think I'm a stronger electric player than I am acoustic player.
Really?
You never heard the band either. You've only ever heard the duo. So.
I never even heard the duo. I've only seen you solo because you play the duo and I'm not working.
That's true.
Well, I'm down here.
Well, we got to fix that.
Well, I only have 2 shifts upstairs, Wednesdays and Sundays, so it's I can't take over. Apparently I'm not good enough to work Friday nights upstairs. You don't want the old man behind the bar slowing them down.
We gotta talk to some people about that.
I'm actually in all honesty, I'm good at what I'm doing. I don't want to change nothing. I'm happy downstairs on Fridays, Saturdays. So
I would be in a jam band.
Jam band.
It's my guilty pleasure. We used to we did a Grateful Dead night last year at the East Greenwich Hotel down the road. It lasted about 7 or 8 weeks, and it was an all-star group of guys.
They get a ton of great talent in that place, I've noticed.
Ever since they redone that room, yeah. I mean, they did a great job on it. It just didn't work out logistically, but it was a fun 8 weeks of getting to play some tunes with some really, really talented dudes. So
you've been playing since you were 15. Your first paying gig was a backyard graduation party, which is a great start to a career, I think.
Yeah.
I was a junior, and they were all like seniors.
That's great. I mean, that's a good story right there because I remember. I mean, I'm a lot older than you guys. I'm old enough to be your fathers, actually. But I just remember.
Are you offering?
No, I'm not offering. No, I got enough kids. I definitely don't anymore. I just remember, like in high school, we had a couple of bands like that. That was at the time when Metallica was big and Guns N' Roses was still at their height, and they would do those cover songs. I mean, there's one band that played. I don't know what name of the band they went by, but they were the school band, and eventually they almost scored a deal when they became Kilgore Smudge. That was the name of the band. That was like the grunge era. Pearl Jam started coming out at the time.
A lot of ripped flannel, oversized jeans.
A lot of ripped flannel. Yep. A lot of
Janko jeans.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh yeah.
Nirvana was just coming up, and these guys they came close to deal, but they were still playing the classic. And this kid that I used to hang out with, Brian McKenzie, he was in that band, and he just was. They would come out and Enter Sandman like in their sleep they could pull it off. It was big back then because they didn't have all that technology. There was no computers to learn all this stuff, and but unfortunately, the population of my school didn't want to hear any of that kind of music. So they weren't able to perform for us.
I couldn't relate to that. Yeah,
because I went to LaSalle. I went to a private school, so we had a good mix. You had the preppies, you had the jocks, you had.
I went to Cranston West. So.
Yeah, so
which is just LaSalle leftovers, in my opinion. Sorry,
pretty much.
Who went to West.
Pretty much, you're a West boy, all right. But yeah. So I always appreciated live music, but it's just nowadays. I mean, people just don't want to hear a mix. You got the people that want to hear the classic rock, but don't want to hear the country. You got the people that want to hear the country, but not the classic rock. And it's tough. And I know you blended in well. And I think that's the real talent is knowing how to feel that crowd out when you're looking on stage and seeing who wants to hear what. I know you take requests because I've been throwing them at you all the time and you're doing them. So.
Yeah, and I mean, reading a room is a talent all its own, and as you probably know,
it doesn't happen overnight.
There's guys who can do it, and there's guys who don't know how to do it, and I don't think it's something that you can teach. I mean, I'm a people person, but also too,
it's all instinct.
Even when you think you got them, or think you're winning, or think you know how you're gonna get them,
some idiot comes out,
or some guy will ruin the whole night, or one table of people can make a whole night. You know?
Yeah.
I have a whole theory that whoever sits in front of the band sets the tone for the whole room, because you can do. Like a Monday night acoustic gig, 6 o'clock in a little restaurant, and if that table in front of you is bored and just talking over you, which is fine, sometimes you get paid to be background music. It's okay, but if there's some people in the back of the room who are like tapping their foot, and I watch everybody when I'm playing. I'll give away a secret. My first 10 songs are usually the same. At least the first 5 are usually the same.
Okay.
Because I warm up my voice. B, it's a mix of country, classics, and 90s. I'll try to sneak some stuff in, and I read the reactions of each one. And I look around the room. And as I'm looking around the room, I'm watching a few things. I'm watching people tap. I'm watching people tap their feet. I'm watching people bob their heads. I'm watching people completely tune me out, because I'm listening to those people as well, too. Because my goal as a musician, at least a working musician, is I want to hit everybody in the room one time.
Okay.
and you're not going to get 100% success rate. But if I can get that one guy at the end of the bar who wants to hear that Stone Temple Pilots song, but I've been playing country music all night.
You're going to try to do it.
I'm going to do it, you know, and we're going to get that one. But also, too, if I got a vibe of the room, and majority does rule, it is a democracy. If I got a room that wants to rip Sublime and, you know, Bachman Turner Overdrive all night, sure, let's go deep. Let's go weird. Grateful Dead, though, I got a whole catalog.
Yeah.
But if we want to do the Morgan Wallens and the Luke Combs and the Kenny Chesneys, we can do that too, and we ride that wave. And then you have your mix. Our good buddy Kevin Herson's real good at this.
Oh yeah, he is. We love Kevin. We love Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin. You got your mix of 10 to 20. These are my get out of jail free cards. Your country roads.
Yeah.
Some people with Freebird. I'll tell you the story in a second. I got a good Freebird story. A couple good Freebird stories. You know, you got your Sweet Carolines.
Yeah.
Those songs that you hear on the radio every day. You don't want to play them. I'm tired of playing them. We're all tired of playing them if you play live music.
But you got to do it for the fans.
They pay the bills, makes everybody happy, and that's why you're up there. And if you can't get over the fact that you're there to make people happy, then you need to.
It's a good attitude right there.
You got to reevaluate just a little bit. Unless you're doing your own thing and you don't care. That's a totally different story. Like original music, you know, I'm going this way. I just started breaking into that scene as well, too. It's a very interesting
scene. You started doing original music?
Yesterday, just did my very first songwriters round. First time playing my own music out, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, It was yesterday. So we can get into that, too.
I was about to get it. I was like, do you have any originals? Because we never hear you do any originals, so I didn't know.
Well, I sneak them in if I get asked for them.
Yeah.
I'm not the world's greatest writer of happy songs. Because, you know...
So what are you doing? Like,
it's kind of like a...
Emotional?
Well, they're personal. Some of them are personal. But they're not, you know, some are sad, some are happy, some aren't, you know... I try to keep some things upbeat, some things going, but it's just kind of what comes to me. I'm working on I guess it's country-esque. It's country influence, but it's not country music either. I'm not...
Like blues? You know?
Not even that, too. I'm just, you know, kind of writing what I feel sounds good to me.
What it sounds like to me he's trying to do, Noah? He's trying to create his own genre.
Oh, no, we won't go that.
That's what I'm thinking.
No.
It sounds to me, he's like, it's not blues, it's not country, it's... Country.
I actually just had this conversation this afternoon. I mean, like, if you take a guy like Zach Brown, he's my hero, one of my heroes. He plays he's roped into the country genre because they had to put him somewhere. But if you ever go see a Zach Brown show, it's funk, it's rock, it's blues, it's jazz, it's country.
It's everything.
It's everything. Because you know what? They just love music, and they're all incredibly talented people. My band is incredibly talented people.
Now, is it a duo and a band, or is it just two different things?
I'm spread thin. I have... All right, let's go down the list.
The solo thing.
Let's go down the list. By myself, I only do the duos here.
Okay.
I don't ever do duos normally, but, you know, they prefer a duo on Friday nights here.
It really fits so much up there.
But then I get to bring my friends in who I don't normally get to play with, which is fun.
Okay.
And then I've done...
So you're trying to say the duo is a circular thing? Like, it's a different person every time?
Oh, yeah. Every time.
Oh, okay. We didn't know this.
Hey, neither did I.
Make it up as I go. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Totally off the cuff. I never make a set list. I
The duo.
That's crazy. That's great.
So the duo really only happens in this venue.
Okay.
So the trap is...
And you have a 4-piece band, 5-piece band?
I have a 6-piece band.
6-piece band. Yeah,
It's...
You're not gonna be able to play the new trap in Smithfield. So you can't fit 6 people on that stage.
So we're 6 including me. We have 2 horns. I have a trumpet and a sax player. Keyboards, bass, drums, and myself, who plays guitar. My trumpet player also plays sax. I'm sorry, my trumpet player also plays guitar. And saxophone also plays guitar, if he has to. And he also plays 3 different kinds of saxophones. They both have degrees in music. My drummer and bass player are touring musicians for the last 25 years. Keyboard players in the Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame twice with 2 different bands. It's collectively a fun group of guys who play a lot of classic rock.
What's the band called?
Just a Rob Davis band.
The Rob Davis Band.
Well, yeah. I mean, I bring my PA. I arrange the songs. I pay those guys. Put it under my name.
Nice.
Hey, there you
go. It works.
Sorry, it's a little selfish, but at the same time, too, you know.
So what are some of the venues you guys play the 6-piece band?
We just did the Ocean Mist recently.
Really?
We go out to Block Island every now.
Full bands in Block Island too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also in a band out there called the Young Guns. That's 5 pieces. I do the Grateful Dead thing sometimes when I can. I'm in another band called Dr. West Chesterton and the Headband, which is original yacht rock. We actually just went up to Nectar's.
Yacht Rock.
I was just
There
in.
it
That's
is.
awesome.
That's so great.
That album's on
That's awesome.
Spotify, by the way. I'm on one of the songs. You're welcome to check it out.
Feel free to check it out, fans.
Dr. Wes Chesterton. We just did Nectar's in Vermont a week ago. We just did Western Mass on Saturday, and we're doing the Ocean Mist and New Haven this weekend.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a lot of information.
And
right
the
there.
song I'm on is a song called "Give It to You." It's a wonderful song about consensual sex. And
There's not enough songs about consensual sex out there,
right,
so this
you're
could be a thing, you know?
I should have studied the name before I started talking about it. But did you ever see the movie The Lost Boys?
No.
Heard of it.
I've heard of it, never saw it.
Tina Turner's band. Tina Turner.
I
Growing
love
up-
Tina Turner.
Okay, remember when she had that sax player playing with him? Guy with the chain, sexy sax man in the 80s?
Yeah.
Used to wear the stuff on. I'm on a song with him.
Really?
Tim
What?
Capello. I'm on a song with
Really?
him. They found him. It's a crazy story how they found him, but he's on a handful of the songs on the album.
I don't
I'm
mean
on a
to
song
go in
with
a
him.
different direction on the
Do it.
topic here, but does he have access to Tina Turner?
No, I think that door's closed.
I would love to meet her. I love to get Tina Turner on the podcast. No offense. Tina Turner's one of my favorites. I'm still mad at myself, and I let my dad go see her in concert before he passed.
The Private Dancer tour was the tour he was on. Yeah.
That was the best album.
That's the best tour?
Yeah, best tour. Tina Turner was amazing.
Tim Capello. That's the guy's
Tim
name.
Capella. Maybe we get Tim Capella in here sometime.
I think he's in New York. Track him down.
We're gonna try to work on also getting phone-in interviews as well.
That could be cool.
I'll have you on, and we'll call someone that
Let's
you
do
know.
it.
We're gonna work on that now, maybe for season 2.
We actually just had Dr. Wes Chesterton here when I was here a couple weeks ago. The guy who played piano.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we did the duo. I brought him in. It was fun. We did a bunch of crazy, funny requests and bust some balls. And
So, of all of those guys that you're dealing with, what is your favorite part? What was your favorite venture of performing? Like, would you like doing the solo thing best? Do you like the 6-piece band best? Do you like the duo? Do you like,
well, if you had
And I don't want if you
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
feel
get-
comfortable answering because you
Oh
want
no,
to hurt
I'm
feelings,
gonna.
don't.
No.
I don't want to be starting beefs with your people.
This
you
is
know what I mean?
this is late night sauce, baby. I'm here to spill the
It
tea.
is, but at the same time, I'm not here to sever friendships. You know what I mean?
Not
Or
at all.
relationships. You know?
Nope, I
We bring
work-
people together on this podcast. We don't split them apart.
I worked sales for 10 years. And we got this. I don't word it. Well, it depends on my mood. I'll be honest with you, because you got your days where you need to pay your bills,
Right?
and the solo gig pays most because
You don't split it.
I don't split it with anybody. The solo gigs, however, you get bored. You got no one to talk to.
Yeah.
And if you're getting tuned out in your background music that night, which again happens,
Yeah.
you're up there by yourself. You got to make your own fun. However, I do love the camaraderie of the bands.
Okay.
There's nothing better than get a group of guys together, playing some tunes, having some fun. And I've noticed that you can try as hard as you want to entertain the crowd, but the crowd usually feeds off of how you're entertaining yourself. So
True.
if you got a band that's all feeding off each other, they don't have to know what song you're playing. As long as you guys are having fun.
Gotcha.
Usually it translates pretty well. Usually. Not all the time. Man, the service here is incredible.
We try.
Absolutely incredible.
Now, would you say if we were able to try to enhance your solo gigs,
Okay.
would you think a couple of Rob Davis dancers, like on either side of you while you're performing, choreographed with your songs, would help get the crowd pumped? Because I got a couple girls I think we could maybe bring in very, very cheap.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I think they'd be more interested if you two did it. Just saying.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a white man that cannot dance well.
Well, we can work on this.
You know, my old school dancing days, it was like me, 6 girls in the club, 3 on each side, and it's basically dry humping. That's all we did. That's what
That's
we did in
fine.
the 90s. You know what I mean?
We can
there
work-
was, there was no moves.
We can work
I
this
just
out.
just had the energy, and we just had fun. Everybody's just doing their thing.
We can bring this back.
I don't think I can be taught choreograph
I don't know.
dance moves.
You can't teach cool, man, and you got it going. I'm just saying.
I do have the cool going,
Damn.
yes.
Damn.
But
Did you like that? Write that
quite
down.
a line.
Write that down.
So fucking Mario's got the pen with the paper over
I
here.
do have the pen and paper. But
Hey,
It's a
man.
napkin. It's not
Professionals-
paper. There's no notes. Same.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here slinging Jameson, but it's professionalism. You can't teach cool, and you can't teach professionalism.
You're 100% right. You can't.
But to enhance my solo shows, I mean,
Not your performance. We're not talking about your performance. We're talking about helping you get the crowd more focused on the performance.
a trick I learned is to actually don't turn off the bar TV that you're playing under, because then
Yeah.
they all stare at the TV, and it makes me feel like they're looking
Yeah.
at me, but they're actually not.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Just give me that false sense of reassurance, and I'm gonna be just fine. You can lie to me all you want.
So, what are some of your favorite bars to play at locally here?
I have, and this is not because I'm here. I do thoroughly enjoy playing here.
Trap, okay, yeah.
I do, and here's why I like playing here. Because every time I play here, I'm going to get a mixed crowd. I'm going to get a crowd that knows that there's music here. You know, with the exception of maybe like an afternoon gig, because people are still not awake, and neither am I.
It happens.
What did I do, that road race gig not too long ago? It was like noon.
Yeah, the Guinness one?
That was before I got here.
Yeah,
Is that the 90s party?
Yeah, and then Steve told everybody I play Irish music, and I'm like, I don't play Irish music. Yeah. That was a fun conversation to have while I was setting up. I can't wait for him to hear this.
Reminds me of the Johnny Brazil story.
I love Johnny Brazil.
This is funny. So I think you were playing when Johnny Brazil came in. Upstairs at the Trap.
Recently?
No, I want to say it was like when you first started playing, like last year.
Okay.
And
because he moved to Nashville.
Right, but he ended up paying me with his debit card to start a tab or something, right? And I looked at it. So I told him the story. So down here, he was playing a Kai bar on a Friday night. So we had all these cards all over the bar that say, "You'll go to Kai bar, Johnny Brazil," which I thought was Brazil, right? So I had these two Spanish girls and a white guy, like, oh my God, is this guy really good that's playing at Kai bar? What kind of music does he play? So the bartender, Jeff, is like, I'm not really sure. So I just come up behind him. He plays smooth Latin jazz.
Oh, no.
Right? And I go, he's amazing. You're going to love him, right? So they go run over there. So then about 2 days later, the bartender, Sam Adamo, comes in, and I tell him about the whole, like, we had John Brazil playing Friday night. I sent some people over there. He sings smooth Latin jazz. He goes, first of all, it's Brazil. Second of all, he does not sing any Latin jazz.
But Johnny's one of those freaks of nature where I bet you he knows one Latin jazz song.
And
what? You'd never know it, and he just pulls it out.
Well, the thing is, like,
dude's a freak.
I didn't know. I thought it was Brazil. That's why I said Latin jazz. If I knew it was Brazil, I would have came in with like something else. But like, I just came off the top of my head. But when I told him that, he started laughing. I go, did you see two upset Spanish women when you were playing? Because I'm pretty sure they're really hyped up for the Latin jazz.
You let him down. You let him down hard.
But yeah, he was a good dude that night I met him. But I told him that. The only reason I knew that because I saw the credit card. I'm like, oh my God.
I met him on Block Island, yeah. So I met him out there when I was younger. And he did the Bowards gig forever. And then he decided late to up and move to Nashville. He's doing the songwriter thing.
Hey,
he's crushing it. And I mean, the guy's playing 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 5, 6, 7 hours a day. He's a machine. He's a machine.
He's happy, I bet, right?
Oh, he's crushing it.
It's all about being happy. That's what I think it is.
Johnny has two talents. He memorizes every song somehow. I don't know how he does it. I need the iPad. I won't lie to you for two reasons. So, like Kevin Hershon uses the cell phone for lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, the iPad.
I need the iPad because I'm blind. I can't see.
Okay.
I can see, but not well. I got contacts now, so we're good.
Cool.
Everything's great. Really ups the stage presence when you're not wearing glasses and look like Harry Potter. I'll show you that picture later.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, I'll show you that one. I'll show you actually the picture from my first gig in a little while.
That'd be great too.
Oh man,
this is why we need to get the video going.
I know.
See the picture for season 3. We gotta do the season.
Call me back, everybody.
Yeah, we gotta get
I'll save the real juicy stories for when we get the licensing. But Johnny also is one of those dudes who can just crank out tunes. Take a request from anybody, a song he's probably never even heard before, listen to it for 8 seconds and figure it out.
Yeah.
I can do that sometimes if
I've seen you do it.
I mean, like if I have enough of it up here, I can look up the rest of it online. You know, it's the beauty of the internet.
That's one of the things I love. You're fearless when it comes to it.
Sometimes it comes back to bite you, but you know.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
That's the way.
But also Johnny has a hidden talent, and that man can drink 15 Guinness and look you dead in the face like nothing happened. I don't know how he does it. I don't know where he puts it. The man is a machine in all fronts, and he's a great friend. I hope you hear it, Johnny.
He does need to hear the podcast. Maybe
we'll send him over.
Yeah. We'll get a phone one going.
Well, you got a new buddy here now who can maybe hook you up with maybe the sax player from Tina Turner, and well, I can't do that, but I can definitely get you Johnny Brazil.
Tina Turner would be great. We gotta get Tina Turner.
Tell you what, not only am I gonna get you Johnny Brazil, I'm gonna get you Johnny Brazil too. I'm gonna get you both.
Just make sure it's not the porn star Johnny Brazil. Apparently, there's a porn star named Johnny Brazil.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Is there?
He's Latin.
I know what I'm doing later.
Really?
I'm looking that up.
I don't know if that's his birth name, but that's stage.
Hey, we said everybody would be PG-13. I'm so sorry.
It is. It's still PG-13.
I haven't dropped one F-bomb yet.
That's great because you know what? That's
good.
That's very good.
It's gonna be great for ratings.
Yes. So I'm gonna have to go this route like we always do.
You gotta hit it at least once. I mean,
I'm gonna ask you, what is the one song that you get requested the most that you can't stand to play? I asked all the musicians this, so
I have two technically.
you can't see your face. It's okay.
No,
You're
it's okay.
safe here.
No, I'm good. I don't care anymore. One is Brown Eyed Girl. Now, and I will tell
Jim
you,
Morrison, huh?
I will
Okay.
tell you a secret about me. I'm giving away secrets tonight. You know, late night sauce, everybody.
That's what late night sauce does.
Late night secrets.
We dig deep in the soul and we get secrets.
I have never played Brown Eyed Girl.
You never played it. It's
Really?
because you
Sorry,
don't want to.
I've never sang it.
Okay.
I've been in a band or two that has played it, and I begrudgingly play the chords to it.
What you
I've gotten so far without having to sing it ever in my lifetime that I'm never going to. So now it's become my own personal vendetta towards people who want to hear it, and I tell them no. Just flat out, no.
But what's your hatred toward that song? What happened? Is it
I have no
remind you
idea.
of something?
I have no idea.
It's out of nowhere.
Couldn't tell you.
I know exactly how you feel because I have that kind of. That's like me with people trying to use our bathroom.
Yeah.
For some reason, it bothers me when people from the trap come down, just use our bathroom, and they go back upstairs. I don't know why.
And
they're doing nothing wrong. They're just going to the bathroom. But
Yeah, but
that's exactly how I feel about that.
Just fucking
I love
annoying.
Wagon Wheel. I'll play that till the day is long.
That's,
I
who's
still love that
Hootie?
song.
Is that Hootie the Blowfish?
Technically, you
Darius.
want a little music history? Are you ready for this? It's actually a Dylan song.
Bob Dylan wrote that?
He didn't finish it. He left it on the table. And then someone else before Dylan, actually, I think it was a B.B. King. The chorus was almost B.B. King-y. And then Dylan turned it into something that he never finished.
Okay.
Old Crow Medicine Show in the 90s, early 2000s, finished the song. They wrote the third verse. And they tied up the chorus. And then
Gave it to
Darius Rucker covered it and blew it into a number one hit.
Wow.
So there's your story of Wagon Wheel, everybody.
Wow. That's a fun fact we didn't know.
Yeah.
But the other one I have is Freebird.
I feel like a lot of people don't like to sing Freebird.
I love Freebird because I played the shit out of Freebird. This is my first swear of the night. I played the shit out of Freebird. I
Okay.
played it at my high school talent show.
Okay.
I went up to the director and I said, I want to play Freebird for the talent show. And she said, no, it's too long. Everybody gets 3 minutes, no exceptions. I was like, cool. How about 9? And she's like, no. I'm like, cool. What if I cut out the second verse and just do the first verse and the chorus and the solo? It's all everybody wants to hear anyways. And she's
Right.
like, no. I did it anyways. So we rocked about a 6-minute Freebird at my high school talent show. And then our old band, the Sharp Dress Band, we used to do ZZ Top and Southern Rock and a whole bunch of fun stuff.
That's great.
We used to play that all the time in that band. I just got sick of playing it because then I discovered monetarily I could make money off of Freebird. So now, when you got that one drunk idiot in the back of the room, Freebird, I scream, $100.
And you get it.
I've gotten more than once.
Wow.
Really?
10 times at least.
Interesting.
That's great.
But now, mind you, to the IRS who might be listening to this,
They don't listen to us.
10 times once a year, haven't had to claim it.
They don't listen to us.
As far as you know. You're trying to get that sponsorship.
I do not like the IRS, man. I've been all you twice.
Oh, man. Anywho, I don't like playing Freebird anymore, especially because I always get it on my solo shows.
Okay.
And I have that little looper pedal where I can like play some chords and it plays it back to me.
Yeah.
And I can take solos over it. And I do it. But the song's a workout and it's hard to do on acoustic. I hate doing it. But when someone gives you $100,
You gotta do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you
I'll
gotta
do it twice.
Like we tell our customers, bartenders, our emotions can be bought.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna
Yep.
tip us money, we will like you. Yes.
You be mean to me, but just
Yeah.
like pay me.
Yeah.
And you didn't
just pay.
You didn't ask for a third answer, but there's nothing worse than when you're having like an off vocal day
Yep.
or a song you don't know how to play or know how to sing. Like I've never even heard it, and the person asking just doesn't get it. I'm like, I'm so sorry, my voice hurts today. I really can't sing that Journey song for you. And if you know anything about Journey,
Those, you gotta,
Steve Perry's got one of the best voices ever.
Yeah, you gotta hit those chords.
You gotta hit those notes, man. And listen, we can hit them in the shower. It's different when you're up on a stage and everybody's
Yep.
staring at you.
Shower is different.
Karaoke night is different when you do it for full time. You know, when you do it for a living. It's not karaoke night anymore.
Right.
Or when someone comes up to you and they're like, play this song. You know it. You know that song. Come on, you know that song.
You've heard it before.
Yeah, I do know that song, but did you know that there's like this thing that you have to go home and sometimes practice and sometimes learn things? Don't get me wrong, I don't do that much either anymore, but you know, that gets under my skin more than anything.
All I know is this man plays Purple Rain when I request it.
I know.
I played Purple Rain twice, just for you. I love that song.
I think it's
great
a great
song.
song.
Let me ask you a question. Flipping this one.
Do it.
This is the first question for the host.
You can do it.
There it is. Let's get it.
Prince or Michael?
Wow.
Hard debate.
Let me ask you this. What is the question?
Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Who do you prefer and why? I have my answer.
Here's my problem. I don't love all of Prince's music.
Same.
I don't love all of Michael Jackson's music.
Correct.
Honestly, in my head, I've never been asked this question before. I probably like a total of 5 Prince songs and a total of 5 Michael Jackson songs.
But those 5 Prince songs are heavy.
And so are the 5 Michael Jacksons.
Correct. But I think collectively I like more of Michael's catalog, minus the allegations.
Unfortunately, the allegations hurt my judgment with Michael. Yes.
Oh, correct, and it hurts everybody's judgment.
But Prince, something about Prince. Cause I like a lot of Prince songs that he wrote for other people that sang.
The dude is a beast. Like, we're not discrediting Prince for any diehards out there at all. I think collectively I'm more of a Michael fan.
I'm still gonna go with Prince on this one. I
think it's a good, solid choice. What sucks is Prince is more approachable for me because.
Do you sing a lot of Michael Jackson songs?
I sing 0. I can't. They're too high.
It's too high.
It's too crazy. Yeah. I mean, the dude is an absolute machine. There's some Prince songs I can't touch, like was it Kiss? What's
Great song. I love that song too. That's
yeah. Well,
so
I mean,
hard.
I can do it for a verse, but a whole song is tough. But I do love, like, there's so many Prince songs that I do love, but no one touches them because you gotta have balls. You know?
Yeah.
Purple Rain is
a lot of people are afraid to sing Prince songs. I've noticed.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, and it's all about, we don't want to disrespect Prince's legacy by me butchering a song.
Oh yeah.
Which is so respectable. I respect an artist that says that. I know certain people that bust their balls and like, hey, come on, you can play, you just don't want to. But like, I get it, you know, and you don't want to look foolish, and you don't want to be known as a guy like, hey, you know. And everybody's you don't know who's videoing you now, so like, next thing you know, you're going to get destroyed because you screw up a Prince song or a Michael Jackson song.
You have 2 billion views on TikTok for the wrong reasons. Yeah,
you're famous for the wrong reason. Yeah, I get it.
It's a fear. It's a real life fear. But, you know, I think collectively I'm more of a Michael fan. Because for me, it's just untouchable. Like, I love jazz.
Like
I don't play jazz because I can't touch it. For me, I understand it. I speak the language. But, like, it's just something I've never been able to accomplish at the level that I wish I could. And so I appreciate it. I listen to a lot of jazz, yeah.
Wow.
Learning a lot tonight.
Because when you play all the songs on the radio every day, you get sick of them. Yeah. So I got to find an outlet. Like, actually, to be honest with you, like, music now is work. It's not even an outlet for me anymore. I cook now.
Really?
Oh, I'd throw down in the kitchen. I bought a smoker, a Blackstone. I went nuts. So, I cook for 55 people. I'm basically like your local neighborhood Italian grandmother, stuck in a 27-year-old man's body. I'm Nana, or whatever you want to call me that week. It's fine. I'll bring you some food.
You know what? I look forward to that someday. I do look forward to that.
I got to smoking meat over the winter.
You smoke ribs?
I did.
I love smoked ribs.
Heard about that 3-2-1 method? I gotta try that next time because I tried another method.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to smoke food. I'm not experienced.
I think it's 3 hours unwrapped, 2 hours wrapped, 1 hour rest.
My brother-in-law just smokes ribs and they're amazing. I'm actually gonna buy him ribs to smoke them for me. I'm like, I'll buy him to smoke them.
Best thing I smoked over the wintertime, I made my own pastrami from scratch.
Ooh.
I brined it for 7 days.
Wow.
Made the brine myself too.
So the man's not just a musician; he's a chef.
Sometimes. I do take some pretty quality pictures and put them on Instagram. So
okay,
keep an eye out.
We will keep an eye out. Yes, we will keep an eye. We follow, so I mean, you know.
Who runs the Instagram page, by the way?
Well, we do it together. Tap That Glass is Noah and myself. We had another.
Sometimes I try not to. I gotta be careful what I say because I never know who's on the other side.
I mean, it doesn't.
No, we started Tap That Glass tonight because we were trying to promote the bar down here and the bar upstairs and generate some buzz and get some energy out there, and then it turned into what it's become now, which I think is decent. I think we could be doing better, but
it's like a full-time job, man. It's pretty.
Well, I think it's a full-time job.
Just social media in general is a full-time job.
It can be, but it's just it's we need to market it better to people about the Instagram, and we're getting there. We got people. I think we've generated a lot of buzz in the last 6 months, and the podcast is definitely the podcast generating more buzz than Instagram.
Yeah,
people are going nuts about it, and everyone wants to come on the podcast. Then you tell them to show up, and they don't. And it's like,
hey man, I'm here.
Oh, it's too late. I can't do it.
I'm here.
Rob Davis says the late.
I was here an hour early, by the way.
He was here an hour early.
We tried one time.
I was upstairs supporting the business. I had 2 drinks upstairs.
But I mean, we run it together pretty much, and it's just about getting us bartenders. We're a family up here, upstairs and down. We all work together.
It's quite
we need some help getting some business here at the time, and Noah and myself have been talking about a podcast for a while, and we joked around about it. We finally got it going, then we had some difficulties. Now we got up and running again. We lost Connor, who was working with us when he's got school and stuff, and he's got a lady. He's bartending at Kai Bar now instead of working with us. And we actually have Rob from upstairs, the bartender, is going to get his own segment soon called Feelings by the Fire.
With the mustache.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He has the fiercest mustache in the bar industry.
The man knows how to grow hair. Yes. He knows how to grow hair.
And shape it.
Beard.
Not only does he grow it,
mustache,
he shapes it.
He does.
Yeah,
Anybody
so
can grow a hedge,
We're
but
hoping
can you
when we get the video season going, he's gonna have a 15-minute segment called "Feelings by the Fire." Where he's gonna interview ladies and gentlemen about their feelings, and
it's gonna be in front of a fire. It's gonna be great.
It's simple and just
I like it.
Soothing.
I like it a lot.
Like, I don't want to call it chicken soup for the soul. We'll call it like vodka sodas for the soul or something.
Well, I remember when we were talking about it, and I remember we were also talking about how Kevin had to come on first. I know he was adamant about being here first, and I let him have that one. I'm just saying. I could have put up a fight. I could have made it happen, but Kevin's a friend, and I had to let him have it first.
He definitely wanted it. He chased us for it.
He's an adamant man.
He's man.
Persistent.
But and you being a friend of his, he's a friend of mine. I knew Kevin before he was even famous. I was one of the first guys that used to book him at my old place where I used to work. Mm-hmm. My wife knew him from PJ's Pub. He just started out over there.
Yep.
And then I was
stepfather.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And
Kevin knows everyone.
I started booking him at the Grill on Main when we started doing live music. And now, let me tell you, I wish I knew the people I knew now when I was booking music, because I had some tough people I was dealing with, and it was hard. But Kevin was hard to book because he was getting more popular. And so now, like, I used to get him like 3 times a month, twice a month. I was like to get him once a month. That's all because we weren't paying a lot of money. I had a small budget. Yeah. And I tell all my musicians, if you can make more money somewhere else, go do it, because I had this budget, and I said, just don't screw me over. Don't show up. Don't call me the day of unless it's like a deathly emergency. But help me. And I know Kevin almost 15 years now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, but great guy. But let's just put the cards on the table here. I heard there's some allegations going out there that he lip syncs. Have you heard any of this?
Don't bring me into this, man. I just did sound for him the other day, actually.
I stuck up for him. I don't see any lip syncing, but there are people out there saying Kevin Hershen
is
pulling a Milli Vanilli and he's lip syncing out there.
My lord.
Just for the record, I, Rob Davis, have no affiliation to this conversation, and nor am I going to get any further into that conversation. But what I was originally going to say was, it's cool that you're bringing in some different sides of the bar industry, because I know that's what the whole concept of this was, kind of the service industry or in general. So it's cool to see, because we are, people.
You have musicians, but I feel like you're part of the industry with us.
Well, the working guys team, are, yeah. You got there's all different types of musicians out there, but like, to keep bringing up our friend Kevin, him and I went full-time music in June, so this is what I'm doing now.
Nice.
I do a part-time gig working for a sound guy down the road. They do all the work at the Odeum down the street. So
okay,
that's cool.
Occasionally I'll show up and push some road cases. So.
Is Courtney's ex-boyfriend Grant?
That's who I work with.
Graham.
Same guy. Yeah.
How's he doing? We love that guy.
Dude,
He's a great guy.
Graham's fucking awesome, man.
He's a great guy. I miss that guy. He was a true gentleman. That guy.
Dude.
He remembered me from the Grill on Main days, because I used to work at the Grill on Main.
Yep.
Across the street from the Odeum. And he got me in for free for Tiffany concert. Can he get me in for the Debbie Gibson? He's still doing it.
He's easily one of the best sound guys in this area.
He really is.
I've learned so much from him, and when he calls me, I don't hesitate to jump and help him out.
Please tell him, no, I already know what's up.
Yeah,
please. Absolutely.
Please tell him.
We
need Graham on the show. We need to get Graham on here.
I'm going to have to pull some strings, but we'll see what we can do. But, where was I going with that?
He was a good dude, so you're working with him.
Occasionally, yeah, but I'm doing full-time music now, but, I'm in the bar industry. I play bars and restaurants, private parties, weddings, all that jazz, and it's just a different side of the industry. And I always feel bad for bartenders who get crushed, and they walk out with $100, and guys like me sometimes walk out with a guarantee, and I feel bad because I worked half as hard.
You take the good with the bad.
Oh yeah, no, I get over it.
That's what we do.
Wave.
I sleep alright, but it's we all got war stories, and mine are different from yours, but it's a weird little world.
Oh, it's weird.
It's a weird little industry.
It really is.
It's got its quirks and all sorts of violence and drama and romances.
Oh yeah.
So, who knows?
so technically speaking, right? If the duo is someone that rotates, if we had you and Graham on the podcast, would it be with the Rob Davis duo? Technically,
Graham. I hate to keep bringing him up, but he does play a mean bass guitar.
That could be.
Graham plays guitar?
Yeah, he
Plays
does.
bass
Yeah.
guitar. He was the bass player in the Grateful Dead band down the road, actually.
I just know it was a song. I never knew it was played. I never knew it was a musician.
He used to play
You
a lot.
think you know somebody and you don't.
You think you know someone and you don't. No, well, it might have to take some string pulling, but put it this way: I'll have my people get in touch with your people,
Okay.
and maybe those people can have a conversation and see what we
Sure.
can figure out.
Sure. Yeah.
However, if you ever need recommendations in my world of life that you're looking for new people to interview, you let me know. I got some people.
There's some people, huh?
I'm a character. I can give you guys some characters.
All right. Well,
I do enjoy a nice character.
we do. So I'm gonna ask you this. Now, do you ever consider doing a duet with a female?
Ooh.
So,
Or have you desire to sing with a female?
Or have you already done it?
several times.
Ooh, there
Okay.
it is.
All right, let's do it. Ready? I love to talk. You haven't quite noticed that yet.
Well, I hope so. It's a podcast. We
Yeah,
can
right.
talk.
I mean,
Yeah, there's no video.
I got a face for radio,
have to
man. So I
talk.
gotta.
So do we.
We are fantastic looking individuals for those of you who've never seen us before. So I was in several bands with female fronted singers. Actually, the band on Block Island, every Sunday we play at Captain Nick's called the Young Guns. We have 3 singers in the band, but one of them is our friend Kat Kiley. She's an amazing songwriter as well too.
Okay.
Fantastic vocalist. Her parents actually own the Yellow Kittens out there.
Okay.
So kind of an island vibe kind of
Nice.
thing. Our drummer's also the drummer for the Monkees. Shameless little flex there.
Monkees?
The Monkees, like Mickey Dolenz, like I'm a Believer.
The drummer. I thought Mickey Dolenz died.
Mickey Dolenz is the only one left.
Who's your drummer?
No, the drummer for Mickey Dolenz is our drummer. Yeah.
Oh.
Cool. And then for a little while,
Love
when
the
I was,
Monkees. Don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. Don't do that to me, man.
No, they're great.
They're Mickey Dolenz. I'm thinking,
I can't get you Mickey Dolenz, but I can get you Rich Start. So, my cousin Jamie Pantalone is a fantastic singer. She used to sing for my uncle's band called the Bobby Fleet Band. They were out of Pawtucket. They played for 25 years, 30, 40 years, whatever it was. I was in a band called Party Girl for a little while. Local North Kingstown legend Malene. I can never pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. She's about this tall, and she's got pipes.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston. And then just recently in this Dr. West Chesterton band, we have on the album is a girl named Sammy Garrett, who is well known in the jam community. She was in a band called Turquoise. She's doing a thing with some of the old members of Talking Heads, doing some of that stuff.
Really?
And she was on the gig with us on Saturday. She came and did the show with us.
Really?
I got to sing "Stop Dragging My Heart Around" by Tom Petty with her. We locked eyes and did the whole thing. And, oh yeah,
That's a great
Sammy
song.
she is incredible. She is an amazing vocalist.
So what would be your song, your favorite song to perform in a duet? Guy girl duet.
Guy girl duet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well. I'll give you a sec. Do you
It's
have a
not
guy
shallow.
duet like
I was
ready
gonna say,
to
I
go?
know it's not shallow.
It's not shallow.
I'm looking at you right now, I know it's not shallow.
It's not shallow.
It can't be.
Which is a
I do
great
love
song.
singing with other singers, so we
Yeah.
can do harmonies because I like singing harmonies, and I like people who sing harmonies as well. I love harmony in general.
It's in the name. It's
I love the Eagles, so
Okay.
any Eagles tune is fine with me. I love honestly, I love bluegrass. Where like there's like 6
Really?
guys singing in a banjo and like the whole
Yeah.
night. I love
Yeah.
bluegrass. I've always wanted to be in a bluegrass band. I'm like just not good enough to be in one because those guys are crazy.
My friend's wife's in a bluegrass.
It's like hillbilly jazz, and
Yeah.
like it's crazy how
Hardcore,
talented.
too.
Oh my
Hardcore.
god,
yeah.
brutal! You are dedicated to the cause.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough question. I wish I prepared. Guy girl duet. Oh man, I've done. Don't go breaking my heart. How could I
who's it? Elton John and
whatever the name is.
yeah,
I've done that.
Tiki Wyden.
Yeah.
whatever
I've
it is.
also done that song by myself and sang both parts.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I love doing old like June Carter, Johnny Cash stuff, like Jackson. That's fun.
Okay.
I like those.
What about Sheryl Crow, Kid Rock? Picture.
I've never done it. Actually, I lied. I have.
Would you want to?
No, I have
I'm
done
not
it.
saying have you done them. What would be your favorite one that you would want
I did
to
it with a chick singer one time. My friend
Yeah.
Aaron from high school. We did it once at a local bar when I was in the high school band.
That's one of my favorite songs ever. But
I haven't done it since then.
Really?
Yeah. Tell you what, I'll bring an extra mic next gig.
I don't know when it goes. I can sing it. I ain't singing.
I'm looking at
so.
you. I know
Trying
you
to
know
fill
all
up,
the
I'm
words.
trying to fill up the trap, not empty it out. Because guess what?
Here's the
my
problem.
pipes ain't good.
I got the high voice. I'll sing the Sheryl Crow part. You can sing the other part. You can handle that.
I sang.
If Kid Rock can do it, you can do it.
I sang a couple times at Tavern 12 karaoke. and it was scary. I was not good. I sang Tiny Dancer by Elton John, and I sang Bon Jovi, Wanted Dead or Alive.
I've sang karaoke one time, and it was forced. They wrote my name down, and I had to sing "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" by Shania Twain. But the joke's on them because I sing that song all the time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how you get them. That's how you get them. So they don't know, but you practice.
We're going to edit it in because I want to go home and think about it. I'm going to wake up at 2:30 in the morning tonight and be like, oh my God, I didn't tell them about this song. I'll think of something fun.
That's what we do. We put people on the spot. If you can't answer, you can't answer. You know,
it's fine.
I think I did it right.
You know.
We don't need it.
Was it a right answer?
Yeah, no,
like C+.
absolutely. But I'm just saying, don't like lose sleep over the answer.
I lose sleep over way stupider things. My brain doesn't shut off.
So now my other question to you is, I'm going to give you a time frame.
Oh,
you
boy.
have 70s, 80s, 90s.
70s.
Female singer you would love to take on a date. And by the way, when I say take on a date, we're talking a nice seafood dinner and relations later.
Oh, I'm a gentleman, first of all.
That's why I take the seafood dinner.
No, and you know what? If I got to have a second date, I have a second date.
And relations.
I don't want you to edit anything on this thing, by the way.
We don't edit. We never edit.
This better be...
We edited it one time. That was it.
I want this podcast raw-dogged, like,
That's what we do.
unedited,
We are raw.
uncut.
So you have 3 decades, 70s, 80s, 90s. Pick one female singer you want to take to a nice seafood dinner and have relations with.
I'm not even gonna master it or anything. I just post.
I have one amendment to your question.
Okay?
Oh.
Am I taking out that person the way they looked back then, or
Yes.
the way they look now?
Absolutely.
Back then.
Because that changes. That
In
changes
other words,
everything.
If you're taking 1975, it's what they look like in 1975. You're thinking 85, it is.
Heard.
Yeah.
All right. Because like the lead singer of
In their
Heart,
prime. In their prime.
the lead singer of Heart was a babe back in the day.
Yeah, she was.
You know, you get old.
She's
It
gonna be
happens.
pushing 70 now.
Oh, she's
right?
crushing it.
Yeah.
But she's not my choice. And although I do love her, oh man, this is brutal. I'm gonna let you refill that drink. Commercial break. Now an ad from our sponsors. The Martucci.
sponsor, Kettle One.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Kettle One, we're running.
And now
low
an
on
ad from
Kettle
our
One.
sponsors, the Martucci Group. Now featuring brand new menu upstairs at the trap.
Downstairs at the safe house. More
If I had to guess, so what is your favorite? Okay,
This is a tough question
I'm
because
gonna try to
I
make a
have
guess.
several choices. Is the problem? It's not I can't.
that is the problem. Yeah, 'cause
There's
a
too
lot-
many. There's too many choices.
You know, I could do the 90s in there. If I just kept the 70s, 80s, it'd be a little easier. I bet.
I'd probably go Whitney Houston.
Really,
Prime time before the crack. Whitney Houston.
really. I actually like crack. I like crack Whitney Houston.
cracked out
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. I mean,
She
like
was so even when she was smoking crack, she was good looking.
she's one of the few. She
Yeah.
held it together.
She held it
You
together,
didn't
yeah.
know.
Crackhead Whitney Houston just as hot as non-crack.
You know, you knew something was going on, but you didn't know. Yeah, she's up there.
You will keep Whitney Houston. I see. You know what? I like that answer, and I love Whitney Houston, but she doesn't even crack my top 5.
I'm ready. Hit me
Wow.
I want your top 3.
You want my top 3?
Yeah.
From 70s, 80s, 90s.
No particular order.
We'll take one from
Samantha
each.
Fox.
You should take one from each, Mario.
It's a quality choice.
Samantha Fox is number 1. I'm gonna go with Paula Abdul, 1991 Paula Abdul.
Specific year you thought about this.
Not the specific year, but video of
Not even-
Promise of a New Day video.
Tell you what, Super Bowl Abdul, I take that too.
I don't remember Super Bowl.
She was a
Abdul, to be
babe.
honest with you.
She was a babe. She's still a babe.
And I'm gonna go with, for my third choice, I'm gonna go with 1990 Janet Jackson.
Another quality choice.
Love Will Never Do Without You video.
Yep. No. I'm still sticking with OG Whitney. Maybe like an old a young Cyndi Lauper too.
Cyndi Lauper, huh?
Yeah, she can throw down.
She can definitely throw it down, but you know what? I have to change an answer. I'm gonna have to change out Janet Jackson for Dolly Parton.
Which era of Dolly?
70s.
That's fair.
9 to 5, Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Actually, I think 9 to 5 was in the 90s, to be honest with you.
No, 9 to 5 was
Late 80s? It was a movie, right?
81, maybe the latest.
It was out of the movie. What was the movie?
It was a movie, yeah.
She wrote it on the set of the movie. Oh, there's actually a great Dolly Parton documentary online. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Dolly Parton, I'll tell you now, forget 1979 Dolly Parton. I would have sex with Dolly Parton 2023 because she still looks good.
She's amazing. She's a
the ninth wonder of
superhuman.
the world.
She's a superhuman.
And a good person, I heard, too.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
What's her husband's name? We don't even know.
No, we don't need to know.
We don't need to know.
We don't need
He
to
doesn't
know.
show his face. I actually plead ignorance until I watched the documentary. I had no clue her name wasn't Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
The whole thing's an act. The whole thing's a character.
I still don't know that.
Well,
did I just ruin your day? I'm sorry if I did, but
you didn't really ruin it. But I mean,
it's wigs and makeup and the whole nine. She doesn't look like that full time.
Really?
Blew my mind.
Is a documentary about her?
Amazon Prime, I think.
I'm gonna have to watch that when I get home.
You should.
Not tonight, but
Quietly,
tomorrow
with the lights off.
Oh, really?
I'm just going off what you said, man.
Oh, okay. I thought like, what am I looking out for here?
And you know what the worst part is that question too. I know I'm leaving a sleeper. I'm leaving a sleeper on
That's
deck.
what this podcast does. It makes you forget.
Oh yeah,
Because there's an obvious choice that everybody's like, there's an obvious choice, and we end the podcast like, I should have said this. I should have said
happens
that.
on stage too.
Yeah.
What song you want to play? You just sit there and you forget every song you know how to play.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have 1,000 songs on my iPad. I have no clue what to play.
So let me ask you this. So
Keep 'em rolling.
This is a different route, different area. Now, you could pick any TV or movie bar that you could perform at. Where would it be? Like fictional places, you know what I mean? That don't really exist.
It has to be a bar.
Bar, club, venue, arena.
Well,
Fictional.
the first one that comes to mind, it's not one that I want to play. It would be one I want to hang out at. There's two.
Okay.
There's McLaren's from How I Met Your Mother.
That's a great one.
That's a good
And
one.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers is up
Cheers
there.
was real though.
Cheers was real.
And they made it. Cheers was real, but only the outside was real. The inside was different. But they made a replica of the inside bar at Faneuil Hall, which is one of the greatest bars ever.
I've been there,
And
yeah.
now it's not open anymore because
That's
they
right.
shut down those motherfuckers.
Yeah, didn't
Pardon
they?
my language.
Hey, first F-bomb. We got this far.
I said
That's
it.
not bad. And it wasn't from me.
I'll take the blame on that one.
I haven't said a lot this episode.
But you know what, though?
That might be a
Feel
part
free to
of it.
chime in, man. I mean,
I know. I just.
I will. I am a microphone hog, but you know it. You just push me right out of the way, man.
Oh, it's just.
Cheers to McLaren's, huh?
Cheers
Yeah.
to McLaren's.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to play a gig at either one of those because I feel like they'd tune me out there, but or one of them be like
I feel
showed
like
up.
McLaren's would be terrible to perform because it's small.
It's New York bars. No one wants to play New York.
Yeah. And then Cheers was big enough for your solo act, but the duo, I don't know how.
No,
how
band wouldn't work there.
Okay. Those are great choices right there. You know.
Play the Bubble Dome from SpongeBob.
SpongeBob? Oh yeah,
Bubble Dome.
yeah. They died in a marching accident.
Okay, well, we're definitely getting ready to wrap this up soon.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna propose a challenge to you.
Hit
Oh
me.
That
man.
I really think that
First off, before you actually say that, I would like to say I've been on a few podcasts now, and not one of them has ever provided me my own personal bottle of Jameson whiskey.
That
And
disrespectful.
I am going to pour my last glass because I do have to be responsible and drive home.
we really appreciate the kind words that you're giving us, but you know what me and Noah like to do is
Oh, I'm all about the fluff.
we're
man.
not trying to be the same as other people. We're just trying to be better than everybody. Correct?
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what we're trying to do. We don't follow trends. We
set them.
Would you rather be the best of the worst or the worst of the best?
Want to be the richest.
Exactly.
Boom.
Which
there
one?
it is.
Neither.
Exactly.
We don't want to be the best bartenders.
Trick
we
question.
want to be the richest.
It's the same.
It is.
Correct. That's why we charge $100 for Freebird, baby. I don't want to be the best singer in the world. I ain't trying to be the best songwriter in the world. I'm just trying to pay my goddamn bills.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what life's all about. Paying the damn bills.
That's what the bar is about.
It's a low bar, everybody. It's not great.
It is not.
All right, hit me with your challenge. I'm ready.
Okay, so I actually proposed this challenge to a previous guest that didn't follow through. So you have
Sounds about right.
we have a $100 Martucci Group gift card waiting for you if you can write the lyrics to the theme song to Sanford and Son. You have 1 week to come up with it.
You could do it.
Oh, I have a week?
Yeah, but
You have a week, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, I mean it's not impossible. We're not trying to hurt people. We want to hear some theme
You gotta
song
play
lyrics to
it.
Sanford and Son. You
You
gotta play it.
Oh, you gotta play it.
You gotta play it. Yeah, you're gonna
we
get the
need to,
guitar.
like,
You
we
have to
need-
play it and sing the lyrics to the Sanford and Son song.
Doesn't that? I mean,
You know the Sanford and Son beat?
It's back there.
Okay.
But, all right, tell you what. Challenge accepted. I'll send you the video.
Okay, so we have
I'll send you a personal video.
we have 11/16 on April
Monday.
24th. So you have 7 days. So Monday, I believe, is May 1st. Is there 30 days in April?
I don't know.
30, yeah, I think it's 30 days.
May 1st by 11/16. We need a video of you performing the background beat to the Fred Sanford and Son song with lyrics.
Do you need the whole thing or just a portion?
Ooh.
You want to come up with like a chorus, or you gonna come up with like lyrics? What
What are you feeling?
I think with a week you can come up with the whole song.
Tell you what, I'm gonna come back with something fun, because I occasionally do learn theme songs, and I occasionally do learn songs from movies and Disney and things along those lines. I'm a big Aladdin fan. I've learned a lot of the music from Aladdin. Actually,
I was gonna give you the theme song to Knight Rider.
Oh, come on!
But
That'd way easier.
Exactly. I didn't think it was it's too easy.
You just gotta sing about Hasselhoff the whole time. I don't even need it.
But you get to sing about Lamont and Fred.
That's true.
You know, you got Shady Grady there. You got everybody there. So it's like, you know.
You know that's a drink that we've come up with.
The Shady Grady.
So Bob Grady.
Yeah.
Comes in. Bob Grady has created the Shady Grady for himself. It's literally just like soda water and like whatever like fruit I have on hand, like puree.
Okay.
This, that.
Because he just want to know we know he's not drinking.
Is it virgin? Yeah.
What?
He just want to know we know he's drinking.
Yeah.
He's not drinking.
No, he just likes it because it's refreshing.
Oh, okay.
You know, like a little fruity soda water. Yeah,
it's shady though. It's kind of like.
But he just calls it the Shady Grady.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's just where connections.
So you have 1 week to come up with the lyrics to the theme song of Sanford and Sons. You can take the video, send it to us, and we will give you a $100 Martucci Group gift card.
I have one request.
Okay.
If I do this,
Yep.
it can't be posted.
Okay.
Oh.
But
Personal message.
But the fans want to know.
You can play it on the podcast. I'll let you play it on the podcast if it's good. If you like it, you can play it on the podcast.
Okay.
It's off Instagram, though. This is strictly for podcast-related purposes because, A, we're trying to drive views.
Okay.
We're trying to drive listens. If you're going to Instagram, you're just going to give away the best part of the show. You're giving away the end of the movie.
I like where you're going with this.
All right, cool. We'll talk
about it.
All
right.
Okay. Done.
How do you feel about a jingle? You want to make a jingle?
I'll write a jingle. I'll write a jingle tomorrow afternoon. Are you kidding me?
The late night sauce jingle. Now that could be you, if you want.
Now, would you go like 50s jingle, or would you go like modern day, like, you know?
Are there even any modern day jingles anymore?
Buckets.
You know, like, that's a jingle.
Yeah.
Get sauced.
I want you to do Soul Glow from Coming to America. That's what I want you to do. That's that voice. That might be the best jingle of all time, the Soul Glow one.
Do you know who like the best fictional character was, in my opinion? Was Charlie Sheen from 2.5 Men, because he wrote jingles for a living and lived in that crazy ass mansion. That was his job. He was a jingle writer.
He wrote jingles. He lives in a mansion in Malibu.
Yeah, whatever it was. You ever watched the show 2.5 Men?
I didn't watch it faithfully, but the episodes I did watch, I loved.
His job. So he
I'll
is
be honest,
as
there's
rich
not a lot
as
of
he.
jingle writing.
As rich as he was, that's what his job was on the show, was to write jingles. And I'm like, if that is the case, I want that gig.
Seriously, yeah.
Then what's his name? Did that at Full House too?
Who?
Jesse?
Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse and Joey.
Uncle Jesse is both my hero and also my greatest fear, because Uncle Jesse winds up living in the house with the whole family because he's a broke, starving musician, but he's also the only guy living his life to his fullest potential.
I thought he opened up his own nightclub. He can't be that broke.
That's true, but did he? Was that towards the end of the show? Or?
Yeah, towards the end.
Yeah,
built it up.
Yeah, you're right. Well, then I mean, like, what's her face?
He worked for his father as the exterminator, didn't he?
And then he married what's her face?
Yeah, the one that's cheating.
That's right. Yeah, she's in jail now, I think. Right?
No, she's out.
She's out.
Yeah, she
pays to have good lawyers. Yeah, we'd be there. We would still be there. We'd be doing this podcast from the cell.
We wouldn't get caught.
This wouldn't be. This would not be called.
We wouldn't get caught because
this wouldn't be called late night sauce. It'd be called late night cavity. Like.
We're here performing live from the ACI in Cranston.
I can make that happen too.
I don't want to. No,
right.
That's not my thing.
I got friends on the inside.
I do too. I got friends that are watching the guys on the inside.
I got both. Yeah, I got one on each side. Yeah,
I don't want to be involved in that.
Tell me what you want.
Not even a little bit. So we have to wind this up because I believe we're over the hour mark.
Did I make it over the hour?
We're at an hour 4.
Hour 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what was Kevin's?
I don't know. We can keep going.
I think we keep going, but I think it was like 121, wasn't it?
Damn it.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
No, it's fine. No, let Kevin have it. He's older, he's taller.
But he said 2. He said 2.
First of all, can we talk about how the stage here at the Trap is 3.5 feet tall and Kevin is 6.5 feet tall? That man is in the ceiling. But he has an advantage because when you're up that high, those lights coming down on you, you do get hot up there and heat rises. but there's that fan in the corner.
Yeah, so he feels it.
It hits him right in the face.
Yep.
It goes right over my head. I never get it. I sweat. I die.
So are you asking us to get you a new fan? Because make it happen.
The fan I'm okay with. It's the stage. If we could lower the stage.
Yeah, I can't fix that stage. That's out of my range.
I've been trying for about a year now.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, like you were
It
trying to get in
it
here
took you a decade to get a gig here. For the
I'm not getting. Nah. But I got on the podcast though.
Yeah.
So that's got to count for something.
Well,
That's
podcast
independently
is us.
owned. It's independently owned.
Yeah, that's not really them. That's us, unfortunately. We'd love to help you. If we could help you, we would. But
I do love the stage. I love how I get to plug into the wall and don't have to lug. I have a bunch of PA gear. I don't have to lug any PA gear in. You know,
it's like a wood pallet out back. Like you could stand on that.
I'd be okay with that too. But I understand. And it's nice to be that high up in the air. It's just my insurance is okay.
For COVID for a little while, they were just standing.
Just on the ground.
Just on the ground.
Which I feel like for COVID purposes, you'd want to be 9 feet in the air because you're socially distancing.
Because we had to play behind the plexiglass.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's how it was back then.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
We had no stage, and people just be playing. And
I did plenty of gigs behind plexiglass. It was terrible. It was awful.
It was terrible bartending for it too. Trust us.
Didn't we hit Kevin with a snowball one time?
Well, I think Austin did.
That was last week.
He almost killed him.
Yeah,
it was awkward.
Yeah, it was cool.
I don't know. I didn't want nothing to do with that. But
I do like how we've kind of centralized this whole podcast around Kevin at some point.
Yeah, so you know what? He's going to be listening to this
as soon as it comes out.
He's texting me currently right now.
When is the Kevin Hirsch and Rob Davis duo?
That's what we want to see.
That's what.
What do we have to do to make that happen?
That's what the people want.
I will also shamelessly promote myself and Kevin as well. Recently, Kevin has been. I'm new to the team. We've been working with Cat Country Radio.
Oh.
And I've been doing some gigs over at that Moonshine Alley place over in Providence.
Yep.
And Kevin got to open up for Moonshine Alley. For Thompson Square.
Yep.
The You're Gonna Kiss
Saw
Me.
That.
Yep. You're Gonna Kiss Me or Not people. Amazing people to work with. I happened to run sound for the show for Kevin and for Thompson Square, but I also played an hour and a half afterwards.
Okay.
So we were all on the same bill, hanging out in the same room. Kevin discovered that I have a lot of equipment, and we got him set up, ready to go. It was a great show. Kevin played great. Thompson Square was incredible. And I am opening up for Daniel Bradbury and Joe Nichols in May.
Yeah, Moonshine.
Throwing that out there. I'm gonna be playing
huh?
playing my own tunes for most of the night.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But I'm doing sound for them as well too. And Kevin's been working with Cat Country forever. I just recently am new to the team. They're amazing people.
I worked with Cat Country a few times with promotions. They're actually very good.
They're awesome at what they do. Heather's
I
just
dealt
like
with
the
Bridget.
girl over there.
I dealt with Bridget back in the day, and
Heather's the girl now, and she's a rock star.
Yeah,
I don't know how she does.
They run a good operation.
And it's all family owned too, which is even cooler. Like
I know that
they're like a small little 10-person operation, and that whole thing is it's like a corporate gig. But they are the most small scale thing that you.
Would you be interested in a Rob Davis channel?
Absolutely.
Radio station.
Fuck yeah, because I didn't use my F word yet.
Can we make this happen somehow? A Rob Davis channel.
Like I said, I got a face for radio. I don't have that.
All three of us do right here. All three of us do.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping this up here, guys. I think this was like a long time coming. We had a great time tonight. I think.
It was a great podcast.
We didn't get to dig too much deeper into his soul. We got a lot of information.
Sounds like a great time for episode 2.
Yes. So, guys, stay tuned for episode 2 of Rob Davis. We'll maybe looking at, a few weeks down the road. We got to keep it fresh and keep it, keep you wanting more.
It's all about the mix.
Season 2, baby. I'll tell you what, I'll even put you off to season 3. Ooh. Might even bring a guest, too. You never know.
Like I said, season 2, we're hoping for video.
Well, I didn't want to say it because I love what you guys are doing here. It's nice and easy and simple. I do own a lot of recording equipment as well as some video equipment. And if anybody would like to use me for my services, I am more than happy to oblige because you're wonderful. You are wonderful gentlemen, and I would be happy to help.
Well, we can have our people.
We're gonna have our people talk to you. Exactly. Get the email going. Get the email going.
When we say our people, we say Kettle One, who we're waiting to have sponsor us.
However, in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, Jameson, established in 1780, triple distilled, smooth Irish whiskey made from the John Jameson way since 1780, not 1980. 1980 was a great year, though. I wasn't there, but I heard it was nice. Irish whiskey, product of Ireland, and a fan favorite of everyone here. including myself.
You do got a nice jingle voice.
He does have a jingle voice. I thought he was wasting his talent singing. Just do jingles. Just do jingles.
Trust me.
You get that house in Malibu on the beach.
It's way less work. I'm in. Let's do it. Gentlemen, thank you for having me.
Great having you, Rob.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear you again.
And thanks to Kevin Hershen for making it happen, because we all know.
Without Kevin Hershen, this podcast doesn't exist.
Without Kevin Hershen, this podcast doesn't exist.
We love you, Kevin. We're going to get you back next season. Cheers.
Cheers.